I am in the top 22% of all average Americans. And I'm looking back at it and I'm like, you know what did I do? Like, honestly, what did I do to be on this? But I'm going on the statistics and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. So in this video, I want to show you guys exactly what I did, some of the procedures I took to actually get to the top 22 of the average of Americans. But before we go, give me some time to brag. Booyah, Johnny! Remember in high school when you told me I wasn't gonna amount to anything? Yes, I'm in the top 22%. That's 22. You hear you riding on 22 rims, I'm in the 22%. And you too, Miss Martin, you said I was just a grain in the sand. You was my teacher, man. You said I'm the grain in the sand and I won't amount to nothing. I'm just a C average student. Booyah! I'm in the top 22%. Can you say that? Huh, Miss Martin? Thank you guys so much for watching another video from Urban Lifestyle. My name is Eli. This is a community over 8,000 strong. If you guys would like to help support this community, you guys can help out by leaving a subscribe, leaving a comment, leaving a thumbs up. Find me on my social media platform, Urban Lifestyle 1989. And don't forget to hit that notification icon so you guys get future notifications of my future videos. And if you guys do decide to join this community, I sincerely want to say thank you in advance. Question of the day. Are you guys part of that 22% or are you guys striving to be part of that 22%? Comment down below. Let me know, because honestly, I didn't know. I wasn't trying to. It happened. But before I explain what I did, let's go over some of the statistics here. So in the year of 2018, we find that there's 78% of American, 78% of the American living here in the US that actually lives paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck.
And that's bad. You know what paycheck to paycheck means, which means you get paid on Friday and by Friday night, all of your money are gone. Or you pay all your bills and you have nothing left for yourself after you put food on the table and you just have no money to save. That's 78% of everyone living in the US. 78%, and that number is big and it's almost increasing each and every year, because I remember when I was in high school, that number was probably in the 60s. And out of that, 26% don't have a penny saved up. Nothing saved up. 26%, because you're paying paycheck to paycheck. I mean, how can you save anything? And out of that, only 31% actually saves at least $100 or less. And to be honest with you guys, that is so
devastating.
That means there are tons of people that are one flat tire away from a financial disaster. And that's crazy to live that way. And don't get me wrong, I used to live that way. I mean, when I got a flat tire, it was like the whole world just went down. And that's around the time when I was making $13,000. And honestly, for myself, I have no idea how I did it. But that is crazy. I had no money saved up. And when I did get a flat tire or something happened to my car, oh my gosh, it's like the world was ending. I was like, why me? Why this had to happen to me? Why? But to be honest with you, I really can't explain. I was making $13,000, but I still found time to go to the strip clubs. I still found time to go to the bars. And I don't even drink, but I would just pay just to socialize with people that really had no cares about my financial future. That's crazy. So that one was all on me. It was self-imposed. Because I could have paid for that. All I had to do was stop going to the clubs and stop having fun every week. I mean, come on. I mean, every week I understand, all right, once a month, but once a week, spending $500. Matter of fact, how did I get $500? Honestly, that was my whole entire paycheck back then. But anyways, I digress. What did I do? What did I do to actually get from that to get to the top 22%? And it's not me bragging, top 22% is nothing. I mean, it's fairly easy, and I believe so. It's fairly easy. First thing I did was I decided to live below my means. And what does that mean? Live below my means, which means I took myself and said, hey, I have this much amount of income, but I'm gonna live as if I have this much amount of income. But Eli, that's boring. Like, come on, man, you gotta live life. You only have one life to live. Yes, you're right, I understand, one life to live, but I'd rather have a carefree life and not have to worry about money. We're aware of that a huge percent of divorces are due to financial reasons. That just means me and my wife right now have a lower percent chance of actually getting divorced. And that's amazing. I mean, I don't wanna get divorced. I don't wanna be like my mom and dad. So me living below my means, here's a great example. And I read this in a book. That's a message. I read this in a book. That's a huge success tip right there. You guys should take it. Read. I read in a book, The Richest Man in Babylon. And in that book, it stated that with all our income, we should actually live 70% off of our income, which means if you have $100, $70 should go to your living expense. We're talking about bills, food, water, drinks, whatever it is, entertainment should all be within 70% of our income. We should have 20% that goes into our debt, which means out of that 100, we already have $70 going to paying our bills, and then now we take $20 and pay off some debt. That last 10%, we should save it. But Eli, I can't be rich. I can't go just by saving 10%, which means I only get to save $10 out of every 100. 100% right about that. It also stated in the book that at the end of the year, you should take that 10% and invest it. So you can take that money and have it creating money for you. And you do the same thing over and over and over again. Now, this is a great model to base it on. Now, the thing is, I live off 30%. I pay my bills with 30% of what I make, and then I save a lot more and I invest a lot more. Oh, Eli, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. On your channel, you talk about a lot about gold and silver. So you invest in gold and silver. No. Gold and silver is my asset protection. It's not my investment. All right? Totally different. I actually invest my money as well. What else did I do? Assets over liability. Assets are something that you have that creates you money. Liabilities is something that you have that takes away money.
Oh, I have a car. That's an asset.
No, technically, you actually have to put money in there. You actually have to either you have to pay your car note, either you have to fix the car. If you get a flat tire, you got to put gas in it. It's taking money from your pocket. Okay, my house, that's an asset, right? Well, technically, it can be, but is your house making you money? I understand, yeah, you can appreciate, okay, we understand that, but is it making you money? No, I'm not, but I'm not losing money either. No problem. Has anything ever broken your house before? Yeah, the water heater, the windows, I had to redo the tiles. Did all that just magically appear? No, man, I mean, come on, I had to pay. Oh, that makes sense. There you go. Now you're understanding me. Now, your house can be an asset if you rent it out or you create an efficiency, and then something that just brings you money, even if it's bringing you $100, $300, $400, or if you buy a rental property and you rent out the property, you buy apartments and you rent out the apartments, now it's something that's bringing you money. Now, what I did was I only focus on assets. Every time when I want to make a purchase, I'm like, how can this help me? The other day I purchased a big high-end tech webcam for $300, and I had to ask myself the question, is it an asset or is it a liability? Which one is it? And then I had to think about it. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do some live streams on YouTube, and cool, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm making money, and I just bought it to make it a bit better for me, make it a bit easier for me to actually go live, which I like to do every Wednesday and every Sunday if anybody wants to see me go live or anything, just putting it out there. So the next thing I did was I expanded my knowledge, and I like to talk about this so much because if anything, and you forget about everything else, this is where it starts. Knowledge. What are you putting inside your brain? Think about it this way. You eat food. You have to eat food, right? Whatever you eat, it nourishes your body. But at the same time, give it a couple of hours or maybe a day or so, it has to come back out your body, right? So I want you to keep that in your mind. Knowledge, when you feed your brain knowledge, it has to come out, but in a much more pleasant and less stanky way. So whatever you put in your mind is gonna be produced in your actions. So if you're like, hey, you know what? Yeah, pow, pow. You're putting that, yeah, I'll shoot you up. So don't be surprised if you actually like, yeah, man, I'll shoot you up, But if you put some good stuff in your mind, like books or people who has what you want in life, or go on YouTube and watch motivational videos, you have to produce your body, your mind is gonna feed that information to your body, and you have to take action. Like it's by law, you have to act on what you know. Are you gonna act on what you know? The same way I had to learn how to walk, and now I just do it subconsciously. I'm acting on what I know by just walking off screen, just like this. All right? Let me just walk back real quick. Yeah. So yes, whatever you put in your mind has to be produced out into your world. So think about that. Next thing I did was, I learned this from another YouTuber, Minority Mindset. If you can't buy something five times, then you can't afford it. So if you want a bag of chips, look in your wallet and be like, hey, can I buy 5 bags of chips? Yeah, I could. All right, let me buy this 1 bag of chip. Hey, I want the new Tesla. Can I buy 5 Teslas? Honestly, nah, I can't. So you can't afford it. It's a good way to govern yourself. Hey, you may like Jordans. You're like, oh man, I want that new pair of Jordan that costs $100. Oh man, let me go buy it. But wait, do I have $500 for me to buy it 5 times? No, I don't. All right, you know what? Let me just leave it alone. Let me just leave it alone. All right, I don't want it no more. And I've learned this a while back, and I was like, you know what? This is some great information. I'm gonna stick to it. And so I did. Now, the last thing I did was I created multiple source of income. Multiple source of income. I'm not just relying on my job, just over broke. It's not just that. I have businesses personally to me. I have businesses personally to my wife. I have this right here, this personal brand right here that also generates income on a month-to-month basis. I have dividend paying stocks, and I'm creating so much other revenue avenues for my life and for myself and for my family. So I'm not just depending on my job source. I'm depending on myself as well. And I believe if I can do something, there is no one, I am not above no one. All right? I believe you guys can do it too. That's all. Just follow some of these steps and add a little bit more to it. Live below your means. Assets over liability. Expand your knowledge base. If you can't afford it 5 times, don't buy it. And multiple source of income. And that's exactly what I did to get to the top 22% of Americans. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching another video from Urban Lifestyle. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, and have a beautiful day. And don't forget to always work and grind.
Every day.